And here we go, it's time for the final missing bits of the Wonderful 101, and this is basically going to cover the rest of what I was able to cobble together. It's not a lot, but there's some rather interesting stuff in here. There was one Bottlecap that I desperately wanted to get and tried to get, the Punch-Out Bottlecap, which you get for doing Operation 005C, the robot fight, or 008C, the robot fight, without getting hit. And as much as I tried, I kept failing, and I just gave up. I just did not have the patience to do it. We are, however, going to aim to get Perfect Driver, which you get for completing this without getting hit. Now, despite the frustrations that I voiced when we first played this mission, there is more than enough time for you to get out of the way of a lot of what gets thrown at you. The only difference is, well, the only difficulty is that missile that happens just there. Basically what you need to do is you need to hold left or right. I'd say left's probably better. Before the cutscene's even finished, and keep holding it there so that you will kind of flow to the left and avoid it. If you don't do that, then you will get hit by it. And if anything, that is the most difficult bit of the mission to kind of dodge, essentially. Because the rest of the things, even though the camera is way too close, there is just enough time for you to get out of the way. And another thing which you can do, and really if you want to make things easier for yourself, should do, is aim your gun at the Kofun, kind of outside, because you can hit it. And if you do that, then you actually kind of can damage it before it even reaches you at the end of the mission, so you can get some kind of easy damage on it, which is very, very, very helpful. Also, I'm pretty sure that this last kind of turn, the spikes are in the exact kind of same location every time, or at least kind of around there. I might be slightly wrong, but it feels like pretty much every time they were in the same location, because it was always roughly going move 2 to the left, move 2 to the right, into the middle. It was just you kind of get used to that. Also, moving to the bigger gun is a great idea, as long as you just make sure you keep firing. And we got Perfect Driver! And because of that, we unlocked Chugi! Which is awesome. I like that we did that. Because Chugi is awesome. Now, what we're going to do here is just quickly show off Wonder Scarf, so Alice. So she is Unite Whip, and she has a ice element attached to her. Pretty much what's the case with most of the optional wonderful ones is that they have an element attached to their weapon. Now, of the wonderful ones that I am unfortunately going to miss, because they have bottle caps that I can't get, you can unlock Vulcan, you can unlock Immorta, and those are the only two kind of in-story characters who you get to play as in the game that we are not going to get. Also available is Wonder Gramps, which is Professor Shirogane, and he has a version of the bomb. Another character that you can get is called Poseman, and basically he is essentially Beautiful Joe, It's really cool. He's got the red suit and everything, and he uses kind of, I think, an automatically flamed up version of Unite Hand. Oh yes, and I also forgot Luca. You can unlock Luca in his Wonder Goggles form. And Luca is the one where you need to do Punch Out to get it, which was so frustrating that I couldn't do it. There are other wonderful ones, but I will say, after having gotten Heave-Ho, which you do have to throw at enemies, you can get Wonder Daddy, which is pretty damn awesome. Also, this is using the counter block, counter custom block. It's awesome. Like, I didn't realise how useful this damn thing was. And if you counter things 30 times, which is very, very, very easy to do, you can get another wonderful one, who you'll be seeing shortly. Just wanted to show off more of the awesomeness that is the counter. So, also available in the game is Wonder Director. Yes, they did indeed include Hideki Kamiya in this game. And unfortunately, he's not that great from what I can gather, because he uses a very weak version of Unite Goggles. He's mostly on his phone, which sounds reasonably true to life, considering how much Hideki Kamiya is on Twitter. And then we get to the really, really, really awesome secret characters. Now, you may recall me mentioning that there were the people who had been in 4 Platinum Games games, and then there were the 2 people who were going to be in 4 when Bayonetta 2 comes out. And the 2 who are going to be are Yuri Lowenthal and Helena Taylor. You may be wondering where Helena Taylor is, because Bayonetta, Anarchy Reigns, what's the 3rd game? She's not in Vanquish, she's not in Infinite Space, and she's not in Mad World. Well, in this game you can unlock Bayonetta, Jeanne, and Rodan. Rodan is basically a hammer, very powerful hammer at that, and you get him mostly with the hammer spots. Jeanne you get for well, a few things, and she has an electrified sword. And Bayonetta is the most difficult, wonderful one to get, and I mean that in all seriousness. She's really hard to get. And she has Unite Gun, and what's unique about Bayonetta is that you get to shoot 4 guns at once. It's great. Maybe not that useful, but still. Also, something that I didn't show off was that after you've leveled up Unite Gun enough, you can get this Unite Launcher, which is a very powerful thing and really helps with leveling things up. And there we have Unite Big, which you get for leveling up 100, I think it's about 100 wonderful ones to max. Which did require a lot of me playing this mission. And Unite Big basically means that you can turn into big versions of your wonderful ones and wreak havoc. Now you can only do it for kind of your primary wonderful ones and anyone with a unique Unite morph. So even the characters who utilise Unite Hand, you will always go into red, basically. And if you wanted to do this with Wonder Scarf, it would go to pink. Now, the wonderful one that I kind of just skipped over was Wonder Future, which is Will Wedgwood when he was a child. And rather adorably, although perhaps not very usefully, his Unite Morph is a tiny version of Unite Hand, which, in the grand scheme of things, isn't particularly helpful, but it is quite adorable. And now, because I've pretty much covered everything I can do in this game, like the main story mode anyway, without driving myself potty, we are just going to show off pretty much all of the Unite Bigs in the game, because they're all pretty awesome. Even if kind of pulling it off is maybe a slight pain sometimes, because you have to draw a B, but yeah, Unite Big can absolutely wreck Geathjerk. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you use Unite Big kind of right in front of the glowy balls of his kind of casing, you will literally destroy it in one hit. It's great. Oh, and then I forgot to mention that you can also unlock Wonder Emeritus, well, Wonder Red Emeritus, and he's basically exactly the same as Nelson, except I don't think his drill has a fire attack. We're also going to miss him because for some reason Rogue Hero decided it wasn't going to unlock for me. I didn't destroy enough stuff apparently, although I would assume I was close by the end of it. And now, because I wanted to show off all of the Unite Bigs in the game, I had to go into here to show off Unify Vulcan. Because I didn't get around to unlocking him, because I think he requires... He's got Operation Annihilation, meaning you've got to complete every secret mission in the game on every difficulty. How lovely. Also, this is Wonder Daddy's power. It's Unite Claw with a flame thing attached to it. It's pretty awesome. Just look at that. But you turn into Unite White if you do Unite Big. And then, there is a Wonder Futures thing. It's got a fire element attached to it, but it's still absolutely tiny and you can't make it any bigger, which really sucks. And I think after testing things out with Luca, who before becoming Wonder Goggles has Unite Hand, we are going to show off Unite Big with Luca. And that, unfortunately, maybe anticlimactically, is going to be the end of the extras within the main story mode. Still got quite a ways to go in terms of other things, but this is the last of the main game that you are going to see. Rather awesomeness of Unite Big Luca.